Okay, it's comic book haul time. It's time to share what I've found, what I've been up to. Um, this is probably about the last month of just hitting LCSs and other comic book stores. My last couple of videos have been mostly, fill a box and dollar sales or stuff like that. This is more just from a bunch of random stores for the last month. And we're going to start off with one of my more favorite finds. I posted this on my Instagram. I was sharing it just because it was something different. It was something cool to find. So this is actually not a comic book. This is Sensational She-Hulk 14, but it's the cover only. It was released by Marvel. Originally, this Brian Boland cover was set up to become the cover of She-Hulk 14, but it, I guess, didn't make the print or something, didn't get to Marvel in time or something happened. But so Mark Teixeira is the actual artist that is on She-Hulk 14, but it's based on a sketch of this one, so they look very, very similar. But here, I'll just show you what it is. So that's what this is. So it's just this. I mean, it's not great condition. It wasn't even bagged or boarded when I found it, but it's still cool. You just don't see it. One of those things. It's kind of funny. So the story of the hunt and when you find stuff and how it works, I'll try to make it brief. But the store I go to had some new dollar books out. They weren't bagged or boarded. There wasn't much. It seemed like they had been gone through pretty well. And the kid who was working at the store was like, yeah, I got, before it even made it out, I got like 40 She-Hulk, Sensational She-Hulk books for $1 a piece, which is cool. I mean, that's a cool run to try to get. I was like, oh man, that's good for you. Good find, that sort of thing. And I'm going through stuff. And then I find this and I'm like, hey, you missed one. And it had a coverless She-Hulk 24 inside it. So it was kind of like the guy thought it was, so when I first got it, it was thickness of a comic book. So I'm thinking it's the regular cover. It's the regular 14. And then he's like, yeah, it's coverless. It's not even attached. It doesn't even match the same one. I think it was She-Hulk 24 without the cover or something like that. And then I take it off and then I realize what it is. And I'm like, holy crap. I was like, okay, thanks. I think I'm going to get it anyway. So it was a fun find. Anyways, back to the haul. This one I have been looking for a while, and every time I go into the Spider-Woman sections, this book is never there. This is a nice high grade one. I ended up paying full retail for it, $20. That's what it goes for. So no deal there, but it was something I really wanted. I was happy to find it. I've been looking for it for like a year, and so I got it. This was just a cool cover. It's not worth anything, but it's just a cool cover. Legion of Superheroes 23. It was $1. It was in the same boxes with that I got the She-Hulk pamphlet. Let's keep on going. We have, I don't know, I found this, I came across this one on eBay. It's the X23 Target X. It was like it's a variant. I don't know, I've always looked at it. I've always thought it was cool if the price was right or whatever. I think it was like $15, $16, $17. It was under $20 for sure, to get it shipped to me. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. I'll get it. I was itching to get a comic that I liked, so I was happy to get that one for under 20. Here is the Gen 13 ash can, the blue ash can, J. Scott Campbell from 1994. This was $20. That's about what it goes for. So I don't know. I've kind of been keeping an eye out for this one, and I came across it at a fair price. So I was like, okay, I'll get it. Miracle Man number 11. This is the first appearance of Miracle Woman. This cost me $1. It's not really worth anything, but I was happy to add it to the collection. And same thing with this one. I got this for, I want to say $5. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. This is the second printing, non-lenticular Marvel Legacy cover. So it's been a while since I found any of these out in the wild. I've been looking, there was a time there where I was getting them on a regular basis, but they're challenging to find, but I'm working on that run. Obviously there's some expensive ones in that run, which might make it more challenging. Finally got a Batman 89 first print. It's been on my list ever since it came out. Kept thinking it was going to go down. I could find something halfway decent. This is the cover B, Batman 89, where with Punchline storyline. It was $20. I figured that's more than a fair price for that book. Lots of times go for twice as much, but I don't know. I was happy to find it, add to the collection. Red Robin #1. This is the variant cover. I don't know how much. I can't remember. I want to say it was like $20 as well. But it was I don't see me paying more than that for this one. But it was one I thought was cool, so I just got it. Bloodstone, Death of Doctor Strange, Bloodstone. I got this for cover. I remember when it first came out, it was challenging to find, and people wanted like over $10 for it. So cover was what, $4.99. So I was happy to get it for $5. I don't know, that was cool. DC Universe, this was in the Zero. This was in the dollar bins I found. Happy to add this to the collection. It got on my list recently because a lot of people were saying it could be Larflee's first appearance. So I was like, well, I thought it was other books, but maybe his first full appearance, maybe where he's not just on a page. I don't know. You know how things get tricky like that, but I figured better safe than sorry to own it and be good to go. This one I was happy to find. I had the whole set except for #4. I really didn't want to spend more than $10 for it, so I got it for $10, of course. But I wanted to complete the run, so now I got 1 through 7. I think it's 1 through 6, 1 through 7. I'm pretty sure it's a 7-issue set. So happy to add Truth #4 and complete the set. Let's see what else. Just a Star Wars book for $1. I don't know. I thought that was cool. This was cover price, but the reason why I bought it was because I needed it for my run. So now I have 1 through 6, I think, as well. All of Naomi. So I completed the run. I needed #4. Spider-Geddon 0, first appearance of PlayStation 4 Spider-Man. Okay, cool. I'll buy that for cover, $5. Spider-Bite #6. I'm sorry, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #6, first appearance of Spider-Bite. Okay, cool. It was cover, so $4. I was like, okay, I'll get it. I wanted to say this was like in a $2 bin. Lobo was kind of getting a thing, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Lobo on spring break, that might be interesting to check out. Randomly came across this one on eBay. It's a Black Suit Spider-Man preview, and it was like under $10 shipped to me. I was like, oh, I better buy that one now, which is a good price. It was, even though I already own it, back in the spike of comic books when they were a lot higher. I know I sold one of these for like $50. I don't think this one is in as good condition as that one. And obviously it's a buyer's market, not a seller's market. But still, for this book under $10, I couldn't say no. And here's another one I just couldn't say no to. This was another one that spiked hard during the COVID days. It's probably not as high as it used to be. But to find it out in the wild for $20, I was like, I gotta get it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, Adventures #1, first appearance of Bebop and Rocksteady. Okay, I'll get it if the price is right. Just a $1 book. I just thought it was cool. I don't think it's worth anything. And let's see here. We got X-Wing Rogue Squadron. That was like $3. I was like, okay, I'll get that one for $3. And this was $4. This was actually the Doctor Doom #4 second print. We got a cool, oh my gosh, MODOK cover on it. I think the only way to get it was that the second printing was in Walmart packs. So I think I couldn't say no to it. So I got it. Now, I have a little story here about some stealth buys, I guess you could say. So I go to, I'm out of town, and there's this comic book store that has a bar in the back, and I was talking to my friends, and we're like, oh, let's go to this bar, right? Because they know I like comics. And they're like, that's the one with the comic book store. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine, we'll go. We'll have a couple of drinks. So we go, and I'm like looking around, and they have like books that aren't bagged and boarded, and just, like you have like new comics that people put up and stuff. And they had this Captain Marvel run. And I'm going through it, and I'm thinking, well, they didn't have number 1. They had number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And I'm like, there's no way they'll have 14. And of course, they did, obviously. And they also had 17. So they're not bagged and boarded. There's no price on them. I'm thinking, okay, this is the cover price section. I want to get these. I'm going to take them up. And I always fear whenever you do that, they're going to say, oh, where do you find these? Oh, that's not right. And then these don't even have prices on them. So I'm like, okay. Well, what do I do? I got to do it. And then I'm thinking, let me try to find something else. Let me try to make it a little bit better. Cause ideally, I like when I'm trying to do like the stealth buys, I like trying to, that you don't know. I was worried they were gonna, I wanted to get it a bigger pile. Well, I couldn't find anything, but I'm like, what the heck? If he lets me get these two, I'll just get Avengers 679 first appearance of Challenger or whatever. Who cares? If that's cover price. So I got the first appearance of Kamala Khan, even though it's more like a cameo on the last couple pages, like an early appearance here, and that one all for cover price. So they were all $3 a piece. So it was pretty cool to get these for. I want to say this was 4. Yeah, and that was 4. That was 3. Yeah. $2.99, $3.99, $3.99. So yeah, so that's what it was. These two were 4, so it was like $11 plus tax. It was a good find, good way to. I was thanking my friends for wanting to go to that particular bar and listening to me. So it's kind of funny. Since I found out about these Prophets, I've been looking for them. I've shown them before. This is the Jim Lee cover, Prophet, the awesome printing Prophet Jim Lee cover. I got that for cover. It's like $3. It can't go wrong. Found a nice Star Wars Force Awakens number 4, first appearance Knights of Ren for cover. Found this was $2, I remember. Daredevil, Man Without Fear, number 32, first appearance of the new Legions of Monsters. Okay, that's pretty cool too. When I find these were either $1 or $2. I don't remember, but they would have to be in that price because I like putting those sets together. Uncanny X-Men 304. What else? So we got Daredevil 58, I believe is the first appearance of the modern Night Nurse, as well as the girl who becomes like the third White Tiger, but she's not the White Tiger on this one. It's just a picture of, it's just her appearance. So I don't know. I figured that one for $2 or $3 or whatever it was a good buy as well. We're on the home stretch, guys. Couldn't pass this one up. I do when I see, I don't know, I'm a Danger Girl fan. J. Scott Campbell, 90s comics. That's kind of what I like a lot. But this is like the preview of Danger Girl. A lot of people think it's her first appearance. It could be, and it's still sealed in the bag. So on the other side, I think it's a Gen 13 comic or something. It's like a flip book with because of the preview, but it's really like a Gen 13 book. But it's sealed, and that's the side I like looking at. I know I found Deadpool 69 in a $1 box. I couldn't say no. Last issue in that particular series. Spider-Man 2099. I'm kind of working on the run at a $1 bin, so when I see those, I needed that one. A Deadpool 50 in the $1 bin. Can't go wrong with that one. 5 Ronin Psylocke in the $1 bin. Okay, fine, I'll get it. Suicide Squad 38 in the $1 bin. This is when we find out that Oracle is really Barbara Gordon. Speaking of stuff that was hot and worth a lot more, just a few months ago, right before the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie came out, this book was a $20 book. It's not anymore, but found in the Dollar Bin, first appearance of Arm Off Man or something like that. Okay, cool. I am in my last couple of videos when I was going through filling short boxes. I came across some Infinity Gauntlets, and it's a 6-issue set, and I had half of them, and I needed that one now, so now I have 4. So I'm missing 2. Number 1's going to be the hard one to get, I'm sure, to complete another run. But when it's cheap enough and you see them, hey, throw it together, why not? So I got Infinity Gauntlet number 2. And we got the second to last issue of Guardians of the Galaxy number 61. 62 is the last. That's the second to last. And the last book I'm going to show you is Batman Harley Quinn. This one cost me $10. It was funny because I was like, because, certain people, or whatever. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong with this comic and why is it $10? So while there's no creases or spindings or anything like that on the outside of the comic, when you open it up, you have, how you get those brown spots on the inside covers? So on the inside back page and the inside cover, you see like brown spots all over it. And it looks like, you can't see it in the cover, but you can kind of feel the paper. It looks like it had some water damage. So it's like, condition-wise, that's what you're getting. But being such an iconic book, even with those conditions, and being that the price was right, I was like, what the heck, I'll get it for $10. So I just did it. So that's why it's probably really worth $10 because of the condition. But I think it's cool, and I kind of like the idea of having another one. Anyways, that's what I've been up to probably the last month. I think it's been pretty good hunting. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll have to start a new pile, so we try to get this thing going again. Thanks.